how is it? I mean, did you record another video today with Carrie Russell? You guys do amazing work. It's like Oscar worthy.
I mean, it's how did it come about? I think when we were looking at going on a shutdown here in New Zealand, we
Yeah.
filmed one on the Wednesday that we were shutting down, and we was like, okay, we just released it for fun, and we were having fun shooting, and it didn't take too long. And then when we released it, the feedback was great, and then we're like, hey, we got a lot of time on our hands. Why don't we do more fun videos? And then we're doing it to have fun ourselves, but then just to see the reaction of everyone else, it's encouraging because it's I think a bit of positivity that we can pass around through this time.
Yeah, and the schmo told me, he's like, I want to be in one. I'm like, I'll tell him, but yeah. So how
Maybe if we think of any more down the line, we'll definitely ask the Schmo to be on one.
Yeah, I'm sure he would love that. But I'm just impressed because I'm like, you guys do so many incredible videos, and then the next one tops the one before, and I'm like, holy crap! Like, and then the one where you're in all these different, you're
Oh yeah.
roles. I'm like, damn, he's a great actor too.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, I got all this time, so there's
Yeah.
not much else to do. But I'm thankful that Kerry Russell, who along with my sister and her husband, they drop off the groceries. So I haven't left the house for 4 weeks now, and it's been good spending time at home with the family and doing chores around the house and training here and there. But other than that, there's no other. There's a lot of time to do stuff. So he comes up with the ideas and he shoots and edits it. All I have to do is try and look good in the videos.
Does it take a couple hours or how long?
Oh yeah, no, it doesn't take too long. He sort of preps me, and then I watch the video. Okay, we're gonna do this, and then it doesn't really take too long. But his with his magical skills on the computer and his magical skills shooting everything, he's very experienced.
Well, we can all see that. So keep up the great work. I do love the positive vibes that it brings out. You mentioned you haven't left the house in about a month, so I'm assuming are things really strict in New Zealand as well?
Yeah, very strict here at the moment. It's been strict since the 4 weeks since it started. And I think next week we might be moving down to level three, from what I've heard. But at the moment, it's still quite strict, and everyone's encouraged to stay home because when you stay home, they said it saves lives. So I've just been with my family. We've just been listening to the advice given, and I've been just staying home and just enjoying building relationships with my daughters and with my missus.
Yeah, and we've seen that in your videos as well. Junior fall, you guys fought in the amateurs, but you have mentioned that he was asking for too much money. So is that fight 100% off the table?
Oh, I don't know. They said it depends on the promoter. I mean, Eddie and Matru, and depends on management team and myself. I'm keen to fight any fight if it makes sense and if it's the fight that's going to get me closer to the title. If he's going to get me closer to the title, then I'll take it in a heartbeat. If it's not, then I don't think there's any point in fighting him. And money wise, I think they're asking for too much money. So at the moment, I'm just staying in shape, enjoying myself here at home with my family, and having fun, and just letting everyone else deal with that stuff.
But speaking of Eddie Hearn, I know the other day he mentioned on his social media that three great fights for you would be the rematch against Andy Ruiz, rematch against Dillian Whyte, or Luis Ortiz. Out of those three names, who interests you the most?
That interests me the most would be Dillian Whyte. And the reason why is because the first fight was a great fight, and he was the better man on the day. I've always said that from the start. No excuses. He won that fight, and I think if we run it back, it'll be another entertaining fight. And I can see why he doesn't want to fight because he's trying to be champion of the world and trying to chase the titles. But if there's no other option, I'm always here and I'm always willing and I'm always ready.
Yeah, I love that mentality about you. Speaking of Dillian Whyte, though, he did tell Sky Sports the other day that if you guys have a rematch, he would knock you out. And he claims that he had a broken hand in the first fight and a broken rib. So are you surprised he made those comments?
No, I mean fighters do have injuries
Yeah.
leading into fights, and sometimes we're quiet. But I didn't have the best camp. I flew from New Zealand to LA to London, did a press conference for a day, did the face off, then I flew to LA, then flew to Vegas. So I was jet lagged for 3 weeks in camp. I didn't complain though. I didn't feel the best, and I didn't have the best camp, but in saying that, we're trying to, when you make a fight happen, you don't make excuses. And he didn't say anything before the fight. I didn't say anything before the fight. We just went in there and had a great fight.
But if you guys do have a rematch, how will that end differently for you?
How would it end?
Yeah.
Uh, the first fight was a great fight. I thought that I controlled it until the headbutt. And I'm not saying the head. I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying that's what happened in the fight. And I guess if we have the rematch, I know I'm better than him. I know I can beat him.
Yeah.
And so I have full belief that I get the job done if I'm presented with the opportunity again.
Yeah, and lastly, because I know you're very busy, so I don't want to take too much of your time, but like you mentioned, I mean, your positivity during this time is very infectious. I mean, it's making so many people happy, those videos. So what would you like to tell, the people who may be kind of going through some hardships during these times and how they can stay positive?
It's I know it's hard for some people at this time to stay home. A lot of people like myself, I like to go out and meet my friends and family and go to meetings and go to the gym and train. But now we're in a situation where we're at home. We're stuck at home, and I guess now is the opportunity to, like I said, build relationships,
Yeah.
but also, every day is important to do a bit of a workout, not only for the mind but for the body. For the body and the mind. And then the other thing is, just to stay positive. It's hard, but stay positive and try your best each day to find something fun to do, with your family or whoever's you're at home with.
Or watching your videos, right? Is
Or
there
watching the videos, or listen, if you guys, yeah, if you're watching the videos and you feel like you want a bit of a dance and you want to show us, then feel free to post it up, tag us, and we'll repost it. But it's I think playing music and dancing and just having fun is a great way of just staying relaxed.